What's up, everyone? It's Todd with Empire Music and EmpireMusic.com. Right now, I'd like to talk about and play for you this fine guitar. This is the brand new Fender Vintera II 60's Telecaster in the Sonic Blue finish. This is part of the brand new Fender Vintera II series that just came out, replacing the original Vintera. What I like about the Vintera II series is they really went to the vintage on this run, meaning like everything's vintage spec. So similar to kind of like what the American Vintage 2 series did, where they went full vintage on everything. They kind of brought that over for this series. What I mean by that is like, fingerboard radius, pickups, all on the vintage side of things. So with that said, some of the standout features of this guy. So we have an alder body. We have a maple neck with the rosewood fingerboard. The radius is a 7 1/4, the vintage radius, which is great. I love 7 1/4. Seems like a lot of people feel that it's too round or you can't play solos on them. Well, I can prove you wrong with that. So other cool things, vintage tuners, 6-in-line. Pickups, they went with what they call vintage style mid-60s pickups. So again, more period specific, kind of honing in on that 60s era. Coming back to the bridge, you have the ashtray bridge with the 3 steel saddles. Traditional tele wiring, tone, volume, 3-way. Yeah, again, back, front. Just a very classic looking and sounding guitar. Sounding wise, you'll be hearing that here in a second. I love the way it sounds. I've always been a fan of the 60s era teles. Pickup wise, I think they just have a little more meat to them than the 50s era. So with that said, let me demonstrate the pickups. I'm gonna go through a 68 Deluxe Reverb. That's a silver face model. Clean wise, it's just gonna be straight through the amp. For the overdrive sounds, I'm gonna use a Way Huge Super Lead pedal, which I'm a big fan of. So that'll give a nice vintage sounding overdrive to go with this vintage sounding guitar. Okay, so let's hear the clean side of things. Once again, I'm going through the 68 Deluxe Reverb. Go from bridge, middle, and neck, basically from back to forward on the pickup. So here we go, bridge clean. Okay, so let's hear the middle now. And then lastly, the neck pickup, or position 3. Okay, so now let's hit the overdrive and see how they sound from there. Again, bridge, middle neck from back to forward. So once again, bridge pickup, here we go. All right, let's do middle position. And then finally, neck position. Okay, so there it is, the Fender Vintera II 60's Telecaster in the Sonic Blue finish right here. So again, as I said earlier, just a great new series to replace, the original Vintera. I like that they went true vintage on these guys. Big fan of that. So I'll be doing some other videos on the other Vintera Tele, so stay tuned for that. If you have any questions, feel free to give me a holler here at the store. You can also reach me on email, todd@empiremusic.com. And as always, be sure to follow our YouTube site. We like doing these videos for you to hear all these guitars sound, and we do our best to describe them so that those that aren't here can kind of just, get an idea of what these guitars are all about. If you're in the area, definitely come in and try these guitars. You'll really love them. So, okay, so next time, this is Todd with Empire Music. We'll see you.